Hello, welcome to OMAT. I'm really glad you're here. We're going to get into the 8 exercises that help mind and body. But first, I want to tell you a little story. I don't know if you know this. I used to be really shy, painfully shy. I would have all these thoughts running in my mind and I couldn't express any of them. I didn't know which one to choose, which one would be interesting, which one would be appropriate. And because of that, when I felt discomfort, I couldn't say anything. And I found myself in a lot of places, body and mind, where I really didn't want to be. And I don't know if I even knew that. And I also not only was not able to express discomfort, I wasn't able to express love either. So when someone did something nice to me, I would almost be mean about it by accident. I would say, please don't, it's not for me. It's not necessary. And wanted to say was, wow, you thought about me? I care about you so much. So this is really nice to get from you. But wow, did I think that was so floral and so uncomfortable. And I felt needy and icky saying words like that. But I started practicing. And the first thing that I could say was just, I calm down, look someone in the eye and say, thank you. I didn't have to say all of that other stuff. And when I didn't know what to say, I would start expressing, I don't know what to say. But even that took courage and vulnerability and took practice. And the more I practiced, the more it looked like I changed, but actually my inside was matching the outside, and that felt so good. Let's get present. Let's get into this moment. And these are words that if I used to say that in my head or hear other people say it, I would feel uncomfortable because they're very vulnerable. Because I admit to myself that I can be here with my body, but my mind is somewhere else and I'm not really engaged and I'm not fully present. Now I understand these words. I'm okay to express them and to practice. As we get present, we can get into our first exercise of gratitude. Now, this is a way to help me express myself first inside. I look for gratitude. I practice saying it in my mind or on a piece of paper, and then it comes out a lot easier when I need to and want to say it to other people. Let's practice looking for gratitude, feeling comfortable with it, making it familiar right now. Let's wrap for now. Finding water. Maybe finding that it was a little uncomfortable to look for gratitude, but that's all right. We can keep going into our next exercise of meditation. Sometimes I still have a lot of thoughts. I don't know which one to pick. Taking 1 minute to pick none of them, to let go of all of them for a moment, is a practice that helps me. I can come back to it. I don't have to hold tight. Let's see if we can practice sitting in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed, and breathe. As we come back, let's find the water. And no matter how that went, we are allowed to move into the next exercise of writing. Now, sometimes, again, lots of thoughts, different thoughts. I'm not sure which one is appropriate or interested or important. Writing it down helps organize thoughts. And it doesn't matter which ones I write down. Writing helps. Let's look to write one or more words, any words, right now. Let's wrap for now. Even if you didn't finish the sentence, it's okay to move along, leave it behind, have some water. And you know, some people get nervous. Wow, I wrote something negative down. I wrote angry thoughts. Aren't we supposed to be positive in this space? Absolutely not. We are just supposed to be and learn how to express ourselves in a way that we can become familiar and comfortable with. Let's keep going into our stretch. I'm going to walk you through a sun salutation. Pick whatever poses you like as I speak them. Let's stand if we can stand and start by inhaling the arms up. Deep inhale, reaching up, looking up, making any small movements from here that you'd like. And when you're ready, fold forward. We're going to hang over our feet here. Let the limbs nice and loose, the arms nice and loose. And when you're ready, halfway lift, flat back, look up. And let's get into a high plank. Plant your palms down, step your feet back, and slowly lower your body all the way down. Push against the floor, the ground, and your chest comes up, look up. Let's meet in a down dog, hips up into an upside down V, facing your thighs here. And walk your feet forward towards your hands. Rise up nice and slow, meeting your palms above the head, exhaling them down to the center of the chest, perhaps pausing for a moment at any one of these poses. And let's have some water. Can you feel your body become a little more warm? You felt a little bit of the strength that you need to get from one pose to the next. We're going to use that in our plank pose. Our body is a little warmed up for it, so we're ready. Let's be willing. Let's get into that ready position both in our mind and our body. What does that mean? Well, let's experiment. What does it mean when you're willing to do something? What does that look like inside and out? Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Up in plank pose. This is the first moment of the plank pose. That decision needs to be made. If you made that decision and you're up in the pose, congrats, it's been 10 seconds already. Every moment in here counts. We're using all of our muscles. It's a little shortcut to use all the muscles in such a short amount of time. That's 20 seconds. So every moment that you're up here, you're using your whole body. All of your muscles are activated. And let's see if we can keep going for 30 more seconds. We're more than halfway done. That doesn't mean it's getting easier, but let's find that strength. How do you find it when you want it and need it? For 20 more seconds, what can you say to yourself? Can you take the pain off of your face? Do you need to grunt? Let's keep going for 10 seconds. And if you came down, come back up. Find your strength for 5 more seconds. Finishing as strong as your body and mind allows for 3, 2, 1. You're done. That's the plank for now, for today. Stretch your way back. Find your water. Find a little bit of credit If we give ourselves credit after the exercise, after the thing that we were resisting, the next time we come on it, we remember, I was resisting, but I made a good decision to do it as opposed to not doing it. And that stays in your body and mind. That's part of the practice. Let's take that practice into breaking some procrastination. You cannot do that much in 1 minute. And that's what we're practicing, that we don't need to do this giant amount of something all the time. Let's look for that small action, that little change. Let's see what we can find by taking on the tiniest task right now. Let's wrap for now. Finding the water. And finding a way to feel satisfied. Even if you were immobile, even if you didn't know how to do that, we are practicing finding our way. So let's keep moving. Let's go into our connection. If I don't know who to connect with, who to say hi to, that might feel lonely. It might feel uncomfortable. It is good to know. It's okay. Maybe that's just for now. What I can do is connect with myself first. I can do a high, low, grateful. What is the high, the low, or the gratitude of what? Of my day, of this morning, of that meeting, of how I feel about my life. Let's take a day. What was the high, the low, and the gratitude? Getting to know ourselves. Let's see what we can find by looking right now. Let's wrap for now. For now, finding the water and finding a way to move into our next thing, whatever that thing is in life, into the next thing, no matter what the results of what we just did are. Let's move along into our aerobic. Maybe we can get our heart rate going. Maybe we could just move a little bit. Let's move any parts that allow us, shaking it off, dancing it off, whatever you want to do. Let's start in 3, 2, 1. Move your body. Move your body like it counts, because it does. If all these other exercises, you kind of half did it and you just going, well, I'll just half do this one. You're in for 10 seconds. Let's see what it looks like when you put your whole self into it, when you practice doing that. Use this exercise to do it. That's 20 seconds in. What does that look like? It looks like if you're giving it a little bit, see if you can give it a little bit more. See what that feels like for 30 seconds. We're more than halfway done. What does your body and mind want to do? How can you find the strength to continue? Let's practice that for 20 seconds here. Find your strength. Conjure up the thought process, the words that you want to hear, that your body needs to hear in order to keep going for 10 more seconds. Making sure that we're breathing. Let's finish as strong as our body and mind will allow for today for 3, 2, 1, and you're done. There it is. Wow, great job. Thank you for taking OMAT today.